Good morning, wherever you are. It's time for the Monday Minute with the Poppy of the Paranormal. I'm Kristen Paul. I hope you all had a great weekend. Kind of cold where we are, but I'll keep it compared to what New York and Massachusetts are getting right now. I have the one and only Spectre laying right next to me this morning. Spectre is the Paradog. His name is Spectre. Good name for a spirit, eh? And he's checking things out here this morning. Usually he has no interest in the Monday Minute. I guess today is just the day. What para-strangeness are we going to talk about today? We got a few things on the list for today. First thing we're going to talk about today on the Monday Minute, more house strangeness. Now, if you've been following along, we have had some interesting things happening at the house over the last couple of weeks. And that has continued. Around the holidays, Laura had worn some holiday kind of earrings, for lack of a better word, about the size of a $50, with some stones, kind of decorative looking and all that. And an earring, they were up on the second floor on a dresser. Last week, one of these earrings was found down on the first floor in front of the front door. Now, we have no kids in this house. I know my dog didn't do it. We also have a cat. I've never seen any of the cats we've had in the last 40 years take off with anything metallic in nature. Now, how did this earring get from second floor to first floor? That's para-strangeness number one. But wait, there is more. Para-strangeness number two. As this earring was laying on the floor and got picked up, it was noted that a pearl, or I should say the pearl, there was a pearl centered in the middle of this earring, okay? I don't think it was a real pearl, but I guess that's kind of inconsequential to what we got going. But it was gone. It was not in the earring. A day later, the pearl was found on the steps on the back deck of the house. How in the hell did that happen? So let's review. And hopefully I'll remember all this since it started. The EVP I captured in my own garage. doing a non-related to para tutorial. The pin, the pounding on the wall, now the earring. Any bets on what the what the next scenario is going to be? I don't know. I can't explain it. We're going to chalk it up to para-strangeness, and we'll go from there. Okay. Moving on. Of course, we have Jan with us as always. We lost Jan a while back to cancer. I thought I'd throw that. I don't think I've ever mentioned that before, but longtime friend, investigator, somebody that I've been on a few cases with over the years, team member, etc., etc., etc. Okay, let's talk about the Summer Slam for a minute. We've definitely got some big stops coming up on the Summer Slam this year. Billy Creek, Talbott Inn, Waverly Hills, Franz Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. The night that we have at the Talbott Inn, that's Bardstown, Kentucky, Bourbon Country. We're going to be staying there for the night, so I'm sure we'll be doing a room to halls. There's a cemetery right out behind the place, etc., etc., etc. But I have booked for my stay the Jesse James room. It has been noted that an apparition, supposedly Jesse James, has been seen at this location over the years. So I have booked that room for the night. Stay tuned on that. We'll see if anything transpires from that room. I'm sure we'll get some captures from that location. But as I travel, and I've done this in other places we've stayed at, try to book the most haunted room in the hotel. Going to be good. The Summer Slam, we're looking forward to it. We will be doing live updates that week, I'm sure. We're going to be live from the road as we've done before, so looking forward to that. Okay, what else do we got for today? Silver Terrace Cemetery, Virginia City, Nevada. Now, I have been to Virginia City multiple times. I have been to Silver Terrace multiple times. And as I was reviewing a clip over the weekend, I had some interesting captures, but I got to give you a little backstory. If you've ever been to Nevada in particular, especially mid-state and northern, although I have experienced this in the Las Vegas area too. Wind. Wind is a big thing out in Nevada. Yes, we do get wind here in the Midwest, but not at the speed, volume, and frequency that they get in Nevada as the wind comes over the mountains in California. So on this clip that I just posted last night, I don't know if you've had a chance to take a look at it yet, but I have filtered out the wind noise as And we're back. Welcome back to the Monday Minute, part 2 for February 23rd, 2026. I apologize for losing the camera feed. I don't know what happened. I doubt that it was anything para, but in all the Monday Minutes we've done, never had that happen before. That is for sure. Where were we? We were talking about Silver Terrace Cemetery, Virginia City, Nevada. You know, I have been to this location on multiple visits, and this cemetery is kind of like in the rolling hills, I guess, of the mountains, for lack of a better term. And like a lot of other cemeteries I've encountered out that way, a lot of times there are cemeteries and then cemeteries within cemeteries. For instance, the Catholic section, the Masonic section. Silver Terrace has got a fireman's section. Have always had interesting interactions there, and got some on this last video that I posted as I am walking in a section that I had never walked through before. As I'm reviewing the footage, I can just, I'm thinking I'm hearing something. So I had to make an attempt on filtering out some of the wind noise. We were talking about the winds in Nevada, and they get some pretty serious winds in Nevada. And when you're outdoors doing any kind of filming, live streaming, wind noise is always an issue, always. But anyway, as I'm walking through this section of the cemetery, and I actually end up stumbling on a new section of the cemetery that was established in 2002. We did get some interesting EVPs. So give that a listen to. Now, you're going to have to kind of listen close because, like I said, there is a lot of wind. And if I filter out too much of the wind, it takes the EVP out right with it. But check it out. It's on the page as a reel, or it's on the it's on the Tube to the U channel. And I would definitely appreciate you going over there, giving us a like, giving us a sub, giving us a comment. But that also applies to Book to the Face, as it helps our distribution get out to a wider audience. And we do appreciate that. I don't know if I had mentioned it in part 1 of this morning's Monday Minute, but a shout out to the new members that have joined us. We do appreciate you coming along for the ride. And a special shout out to the teams that have joined us. You pay us the ultimate compliment when I see team names in the followers list. I do appreciate you. I really do. Okay, where else we going today? We are going to talk about one more thing on the Monday Minute for today. And what I want to do is refresh my memory a little bit. As a lot of you know, I have been working on this case outside of Spring Hill, Florida, for quite some time now. Okay. And I had gotten another update just yesterday that pardon me, my client wears a few chains, as do I. Okay, and he was awoken to the sensation of someone pulling on his Saint Benedict chain. Um, for those of you that don't know, Saint Benedict is somebody that you want on your side for a little bit of protection in doing what we do. So this person was getting his chain pulled. Actually, woke him out of a sleep, I guess, from what I understand, and that's really pretty serious stuff. Another thing that happened, and this has happened at this location before, is a lot of light play in different areas of the house. This is a newer home. There are no electrical issues in this home, but a lot of light play back and forth. Now, we have tried several things to get this under control. I don't know if you caught, was it last week's Monday Minute or the one before? I don't remember exactly. But I had talked to Willie Windwalker, who was a Native American shaman, and we had a discussion about elementals. And this is something that I've kind of suspected for a while. And Willie had given me some suggestions, which I knew in the back of my head, but I wanted to hear it from someone else before I recommended it to the client. I had asked my client if he had pursued any of those remedies as of yet, and that had not happened. So stay tuned on that. I have the feeling this story is not going to be ending for a while. If you're tuning into part 2 here today, I definitely do appreciate that. Like I said, we had a little technical issue somewhere in there. But it looks to be that we've got that under control. Thanks for joining in on the Monday Minute today. Be good to each other. We're all we got. So be good to each other. That being said, peace out.